Terve and welcome to Kepperis Garage. It's been a little while since the last time, right? And it looks like I'm saying that all the time whenever I'm starting new episode. I hope that's not the case in future. In this episode we will return to the engine of the scooter. A short recap what we have done for this already during the last autumn. We did change the clutch discs and we changed the piston rings. And now it's time to start putting this back together. So we need to put in the electronics and also put in the cylinder and change the gaskets. So without further ado, let's just start working on this one. So obviously the scooter will be the main project for this summer. I'm keeping my eyes open for the next motorcycle project, like I said earlier, but it hasn't been very productive, and actually there has been a couple of good candidates, but I'm running out of storage and I don't want to keep the bikes here whenever it's cold, like during the winter. It just rusts everything because here is very moist air and stuff like that. Alright, so here we have the new electronical system. I ended up buying the complete set because I did need the new spark plug cable. The old one is like fixed in to the coil. I'm pretty sure it's possible to weld that off from there and change the cable, but I don't know if this works or how is the points doing and all that kind of stuff. How is the some kind of condenser or what was that? But I don't know anything about the components, so I didn't want to take the chance to just change the cable, which was like 10 euros or something, and then put it back together and find out that I need other parts too. So I was lazy and it cost me, but only the best for wife scooter, of course. So here we have the photo of the earlier one. So it was something like this. So this was here like so. This was the way. With this one, so the flywheel or the Magneto is having this lump at the top of here. So it's not symmetrical. And the lump is pushing the points open and close. Whenever the lump hits here, points will open, and whenever not, it will close. Tick tock, tick tock. So yep, that is the way. There was the woodroof key, but I guess here is one inside. Let's have a look. There is some kind of woodroof key, and I guess that should be holding the Magneto. Not sure if that's worn down, because that's something I also did bought earlier, and I have one here. So this is completely new, and I know that these will worn down in during that time, so let's see if I can take that old one off from there, and we can probably continue with the new one. Let's try with this one. Just a little bit of hammer. Yep. Hammer works most of the times. And here it is. Let's compare. Alright, so this right one is the old one and left one is the new one. This looks exactly same, so I guess it wasn't worn down. But let's change it anyways. It doesn't hurt. Well, let's see if it stays there without anything. At least it cannot fall down very far away. It went in pretty nicely. You keep eye on it, because if it falls down I'm probably not gonna notice it. So let's just put in the new stuff. So there is the spark plug cable, which will go out from there, and then we have the other electrics. Maybe we just tweak these in before we start doing anything else. So here we have the rubber with couple of holes, and it's meant to be used like this. So these two cables are for the lighting system, and this cable is of course for the spark plug. And twist them like so. Now I'm not sure about the timing, but there wasn't that much of markings over here. There's this small crack up here, and that does not belong there, I would say. And in the case down there, there is also the small crack, so I'm trying to think that it has something to do with timing. So I will align this like the other one was aligned. That's gonna be like this. Let's put the cables below the thing. Like so. Now it's under the electric, so it won't touch the Magneto whenever it's rolling around there. Feels good. Alright, so the rubber, and it goes in like this, so we go in from below like so, then we pop this in. So that's there. That's there. That needs to be oiled a little bit. So the brush over here, soft thing, and that needs to be lubricated. So each job is to like lubricate the shaft, but not to like spit out all the grease around the electric. So let's put some grease over top of that one. Unfortunately, I do not have any kind of correct grease for it. I guess it might have some kind of specific kind of grease, but I will go just basic multi-grease. It's like this bearing grease. So I will apply the grease at the pad for both sides, because I don't have the brains to think in which way the engine does run. So, oh, who didn't say anything about the lost boy over there? Oops, sorry. The woodroof key went down there, like this one. I will put some grease at the side of it, so it probably goes in. There is the stuff on the way. Well, it's in there now. Alright. So now there is lubrication, then there is the woodroof key. Alright, so let's put in the Magneto. So the Magneto has this slot for the slot. So the Magneto has this small slot over here. So I changed the woodroof key like there is like bigger lip, so I can see where to aim with this big fellow here. Now I can see that it will go in the slot. Or not. Don't laugh. This is my first time after lots of years. Now I'm pretty sure it went well. Alright. Hope it's there. Does this had some kind of washer over there? This was at the top of there. Yeah, it was covering the holes. Alright. Do I remember correctly that there was some kind of washer? Probably not, so then we go with the nut. Like so. Alright, there we have the Magneto installed. Alright, so next we should be checking the points gap. And lucky me, I did order the Swedish reparationavningsing, and I understand all the pictures but not the text. So I browsed through the instructions and found the image about the ignition. Here we have a couple of measures, A and B. And if I understand correctly, B is the measurement of the gap in points. So the gap should be 0.4 millimeters. Let's see what does it read currently. Let's hope that it's good. 0.4 millimeters is here. So that should be the gap. It's not that much. So it's not sure how to do this right now. I will take off the Magneto again and see if I can figure it out from the inside. the lamp is right against, yep. How the hell I'm supposed to do anything when the lamp is right against the big part? Yep, if I want it to make bigger. So if I want to make the gap bigger, this should be closer to this one. So this will probably open. Yep. Alright, let's try. And now whenever you are laughing there for me because of my incompetence with this one, bear in mind, this is the first time for me. And you who have not done this before, just go for it and try it. It's not that hard. Now I probably will break this. Now it did go a little bit lower. And we will see what happened. Right. So I opened the screw and twisted the points a little bit downward, so this lamp here will be closer to axle, therefore closer to this bump over here, and it will open the gap more. Should be fairly straightforward, but let's see. Now I can see it opens more. If we can let you see it too. After 27.8 hours of twisting the lights around, you probably can see the points over there. This small hole there. And it should be open and close like this. Now it's past the lobe like this, and now it starts to open. Now it's opening. And still open. And now it closes. That gap needs to be the 0.4. And let's see what happened after the twisting around of the things. Shite. You probably won't believe me if I say that I went completely randomly with my tweaks just a while ago and it's perfectly 0.4. So, lucky there. Great, so we don't need to twist it anymore. That's 1 point fine-tuned. We can screw in the Magneto and move on to the cylinder stuff. Great. Feels good. Let's put in this neat looking thingy. Just don't remember what was holding it in there. Oh, there's... Yeah, of course we have also the fan here. Yeah, there's the fan with the screws. So that goes at the top of that one. Yes. But do I actually want to clean up this one before installing it? Might want to do that. I also need to think now if I want to paint the blocks, because I need to figure out if it's easier to paint it with or without all the things. One reason for painting would be, I know that someone is probably making grumpy sounds because me talking about painting, but I did order the cup, this one. So this is like, I can tell you it's painted because of the finish at the top of this. So this will be right here, and as you can see, I cannot get the old stuff looking as new as that one, this one, so I have the paint, which you might remember from the carburetor project, and if we compare those ones, it's most likely the same. Of course I will paint this also, but just to point out that if I paint it with the same color that I used with carburetor, it will turn out to be almost as this color, and because if this is the color they choose for this specific spare part, which cost 100 euros or something crazy, I'm pretty sure this is close to the original color. So what I'm trying to say here is that the carb I painted is almost exactly the same color, so this might be the closest possible original color I can figure out, so we can use the same paint on the engine blocks and it will look awesome.